Our theme this morning is the stuff of life. We live in a culture that loves the big payoff, the winning lottery number. And we tend to take that approach to our spiritual search too. But as all the great traditions say, the stuff of life is much humbler than that. Actually, the word humble comes from the same root as humus or soil, the stuff you get down and dirty in. Roger Crockey lives in the Hudson River Valley. He'd always been interested in pottery as a hobby, humble clay transformed into beautiful objects. But when an 800-year-old Peruvian pot, a gift from a close friend, got broken, it set Roger on a new direction in his spiritual journey.
We have a kind of a joke in the family when a package arrives, which happens almost every day, because I open it up and I say, "Oh, it's Christmas," and the pieces are all broken up and we all get a little disappointed, but I'm not disappointed at all, because the worse damage, the more crushed the thing is, the more challenged I am, the more wonderful the feeling is when it becomes, again, whole. Years ago, 1993, we were trying to decide how to try to eliminate some of the TV time that was going on in the family. And, well, we all decided in this family meeting to move the TV set. And as my wife jerked that credenza to be able to get behind, unplug the TV, this pot came crashing down. 10, 12 pieces, don't even remember now. And I tossed it in the garbage can and walked away from it, thinking it was the end. And at that moment, or a moment later, a phone call came from a friend who was dying, wanted us to come over for the last time. And that puts things in real perspective, you know, that people are more important than objects. A month later, after I had taken the pieces and thrown them in the trash can, Jennifer had taken the pieces out of the trash can and put them in a drawer. And I had mentioned to her, I said, you know, I really wish I had those pieces. I'd kind of put it back together again. It wouldn't be the same, but okay. You know, I could. And she laid the pieces out on the table. And I started gluing them back together and again, this is a passion. This is wonderful to take something so broken, so, you know, broken emotionally and broken physically, and put it back together again. Certainly not the same. But you know what? This thing means more to me broken than it did when it was totally unbroken, totally perfect. I made a phone call to a friend who understood this kind of business and got me in touch with a master restorer, and I learned a new craft. So many people bring me items and they tell me the stories. A very nice lady, nice family. She had this beautiful little Hummel. It's a Madonna, a white Madonna. She had given this to her mother, and her granddaughter happened to break it. And so she called me up and sent me the pieces, and we talked, and I says, don't worry. So about 2 months later, it returned back to her in perfect condition. She wrote me a wonderful letter. She says, I also remembered that the important things my mother gave to me cannot be held in my hand. They lie in my heart. Each piece I pick up, I know exactly who it was. And I think about them the whole time I repair it. Some of the people, half of them, I've never met. They call me on the phone. But through that phone conversation can be personal too. You can hear why they're calling me and, you know, the tragedy in their life that created the broken pieces. I can't wait till I get up in the morning. I mean, this is a dream that so many people say, I wish they had that. I wish they could get up and really look forward to what they're going to be doing that day. I do. I'm lucky. I wasn't lucky a long time ago, okay? And fortunately, just by accident, I was able to find, you know, the true vocation of what I'm supposed to do the rest of my life. So.
It's pretty clear that Roger is mending a lot more than pottery. He's often restoring connection to people, giving them back what they'd broken or thought they had lost. In the Kabbalah teachings of Judaism, that's called tikkun olam, or repairing the world by restoring justice and beauty. So it's no accident that Roger calls his company Terranova, New Earth. Next, Terry Hershey talks to a woman who believes that the stuff of life, those everyday objects, can actually have sacred meanings when New Morning continues.